take the previous bullet I just had measured previous, the first one we done, measure it this way, we get 82.07. That shows you the difference that you can read with the bullet tip not being square. But with the bullet seat comparator, they were both 91.44. Take our next bullet. Just leave it gently and as squarely as possible onto the case neck, slide it into the case holder, and slide it up into the bullet seating die. Bring it back down, turn it 180 degrees, and slide it back up. Take it out. Let's give it another measure. You don't need to measure every time, but maybe 1 in every 10 bullets is nice to measure, just to keep yourself satisfied that your die hasn't moved or things haven't changed. So at least if there is a mistake somewhere, you want to get 10 rounds that you've made a mistake on that you can always clear up, rather than having maybe 50 that you have to go through every one again, a bit painstaking. So here now we're reading 91.42. So it's 91.4, which is pretty good. Without the comparator, we'll check it. We're going to have 82.06. So 3 different readings for 3 different bullets from tip to head. But with the comparator, it's been 91.4 something. An example, just so my die has been seated, which I see is fine, but if I wanted to, just for an example, show you that you do turn this just slightly round, and that will seat the bullet further in. But in my case, I want to leave it as 91, with using the comparator, 91.44. So I don't really want to mess with my seating die at the moment. It's been locked in, it's tight, and there's no play in it. The method to use to get it seated correctly, would really recommend, are if I drive my ram full the way up to the die, I wind my die into it. Let's do it for an example. I'll take it apart. I can wind my die in here, and it touches just slightly off the case holder itself. The two just touch slightly. So then Lee recommend that you give it at least another turn. So you give it one more turn, and there should be a little bit of springiness there, and then you can tighten it into place. That's how you seat your die. And then for your case, for your bullet seating, this is what you would use to wind it around this way or around that way. So to take it out or bring it in. Bring it back down, turn it around 180 degrees, seat it back up. That bullet will not move by me trying to pull it with my hand, so it's got a nice depth inside the neck of the case, but not in far enough that it's pushed away down, and it's slightly exceeding the recommended case overall length, but through the joys of reloading you can adjust that. This bullet will not sit on the lands. It's for a hunting rifle. It's not a bench rest rifle. It's not a target rifle. It will not sit tight against the lands. There's always a bit of play in hunting rifles, off the shelf manufacturing, that your bullet, they always err on the safe side, mostly err on the safe side, that your case will be a certain length, your bullet will be a certain length, it'll be a certain length before your bullet can touch the lands. So in my rifle, when I have measured it, all rifles are unique, they're all drilled differently, they're all little changes in them and little uniquenesses that this bullet may not suit another 6.5 55 bolt action rifle because of the shoulder or the neck. But for my rifle, I have it measured, and I find that 81 point whatever will fit into my rifle, and it will load and it will eject perfectly without getting stuck in the lands or making any tracks of the lands onto my bullet. Go for another bullet. Just line it on top of the case, slide it onto the case holder, slide it into the seating die, bring it down, bring it 180 degrees, slide it back up, charge key. Our final bullet, slide it up into the seating die, bring it down, turn the case 180 degrees, slide it down, take the bullet out. That's it.